Hi guys, welcome to series of video sessions that we are going to do on creating a test automation framework in Selenium Java from the scratch. So the first series of this video is that I am going to tell you what is a test automation framework and how to start on it. So let's see what is a test automation framework. Test automation framework gives the best standards and practices to a common platform. So it guarantees the life of your test automation practice in your organization. So when you design a test automation framework, there are some components that you have to adhere. One is reusability. So when you have all these reusable actions or methods or pages in your automation project, you should make it reusable rather than scripting each and every scenario that are reusable inside your test scenarios. For example, the login scenario, it should be scripted in a common function which can be reused in many of the test cases rather than creating the same login in several test cases that it utilizes the login. Configurability is where you do not hardcode URL, username, passwords. These are taken from a common file rather than hardcoding in each and every test scenario, because it will make the maintenance very cumbersome. So that is one of the important components. Then we go to scalability. If your automation framework if there are multiple automation framework projects, there should be one single framework rather than duplicating frameworks, creating several frameworks in several projects. Extendability is where you add components, new libraries into your existing framework, and it should be easily pluggable and unpluggable. So reportability is the utmost important other component, because you should know the health of your test automation execution. For example, it should give you the information what test cases are passed, what test cases are finished, why it has finished, along with the screenshot. So these are the components that should be there in a test automation framework. So let's start creating a test automation framework Selenium Java from scratch. So this is my IDE. So in my IDE, you should this is the Eclipse IDE, so you have to download Eclipse and install it from the Eclipse site. So the first part you have to ensure is that it should have TestNG installed, and also another important one is the Maven integration plugin, because we are using Maven dependencies to add components, the Maven libraries to our framework. So let's see how we can ensure that Maven integration is installed. So in the Eclipse marketplace, you have to type in the find input Maven integration, and what you have to do is click find. Then it will find the Maven Java EE integration for Eclipse WDB. So you have to ensure that this is installed. Okay. So after that, what you have to do is you have to create a Maven project. So let's close this and go to file, new, Maven project. Select Maven project, and in the Maven project you have to select create simple project, click next, type the group ID Selenium framework. You can have the same group ID and artifact ID here. So then after that, click on finish, and your Maven project will be created. So you can see it's being created. So once the Maven project is created, you can see the source main Java and all the folders, and you can see the pom.xml file. So this pom.xml file is where we maintain our dependencies, which is used by the test automation framework. So first of all, what we are going to do is we are going to add the latest Selenium dependency here. So first of all, you have to go into the maven repository.com and type here Selenium Java. Then you will get the dependency for the Selenium Java. So you have to click on this, get the latest one, 3.141.59. so what you have to do is you have to copy this one, okay, and you have to paste it on your new Maven Eclipse project, that we have created. So it should be enclosed with dependencies tag, and let's paste this. So this is Selenium dependency, the latest one that we have added. So once add, just save it. Once you add, it will try to download the dependencies, the new dependencies. So if it does not, you can go to pom, click on pom.xml file and right click on the option run as Maven clean, and then execute Maven install. Okay, so first one is Maven clean. So you can see it will download the necessary dependencies to your machine. So mine is, it has downloaded, so it is very successful. So my next option is that I will create reusables for my Selenium Java framework. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to script a scenario where I will do a basic login in the Guru 99 demo page. So I'm going to script this username, typing of username and password and clicking login. So to get the username and password, I have to go here and type my email address. So I type a fake email address. You can type any email address that you want and click on submit. So you will get these two user ID and password in the site where we can log into the demo bank project. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this username and password and keep it in a notepad. And keep it with me. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a package, a Java package in my source main Java folder. So right click on it, new package. So I call this page classes and I click on finish. Next is I am going to create reusables for my login page. So it's a common page, so it will be used in many test cases. So I'm going to create a page class in my page class package. I'm going to create a login page class for my login page. So that is where I use the page factory model for the Selenium framework. So I click on finish. So what I have here is I have created my own login class. So I'll just go through the code first of all, what I have done. So I'll just take the code that is used for the login page. So this is my login page. So I had to import Selenium. First of all, I have to import the Selenium libraries. Import org.openqa Selenium, right? then I have to import org dot openqa dot selenium dot support. Okay, so I have imported the necessary Selenium libraries which supports Page Factory model and also the Selenium main libraries. So what I've done here is at find by will help us to locate the element. So you have to put the annotation at find by name equals UID. So I am going to find my username in my login page. So what I'm going to do here is I'll go to the login page. Okay, so go here, inspect, and you can see find by equals, so the name is equals to user ID. So this is how we locate the elements. So we can locate elements by name, by ID, by XPath, by linked text, by partial linked text, as you know when you study Selenium. So I'm going to locate it by name. So name equals UID. So that is what I have used here. At find by annotation name equals UID. So I am giving a name. I'm declaring a web element name with the name of user 99 guru name. Okay, so same way I'm going to locate the password, because since I want to type the password, so I can go here, inspect, so name equals password, so I am located with password. So these in the Page Factory model, I have first declared the elements of my login page, then I am declaring I'm creating my constructor. So this is not login, it should be login page. So this constructor I have written, where I pass my WebDriver instance which I create from my test class. So I am creating a WebDriver instance in my, I'm passing the instance and I am creating a constructor. I'm overriding the constructor and I am initializing the elements in the Page Factory. So when you write Page Factory based page classes, you have to initialize the elements first. So in your constructor, you are initializing the elements. So then what I am going to do is I am going to type the username. So to type the username, we have to use the element that we have used earlier. We have defined earlier user 99 guru name dot send keys, which will type the username that we have passed from our test scenario. So the same way we are going to do is we are going to type the password and we are going to click the login. So and also I am getting the text, the banner type. Okay, this banner as a verification that I am there in the page. So this is the page class for login. Same way we had to create the home page, because once we log in we have to verify that we are in the home page. So that involves another page. So then I am going to add the page class for the home page. Okay, so I will type home page and click finish. So I'm going to add the code necessary for home page, so which I have scripted. So let's add it same way that we did for the login page. So I'm going to bring this one and I'm going to explain that also for you. Okay, so what we do here is we have to first add the libraries, import org.openqa.selenium, then import org.openqa.selenium.support. Okay, Selenium support. Okay, after adding that, you can see that the same way I have declared elements in the login, I have declared the home page username, that is the banner that I will get once I logging into the Guru99 bank demo. So I am declaring the elements, so we can log in using these credentials that we said earlier. Let's type in this one, then go and type the password, and we'll type the password here. Okay. Then we log in. Once we logged in, this banner I am capturing to show that I am in the logging. I have already successfully logged in to the home page. So what we can do is, now we have created the page classes for our login scenario. So the next thing that we have to do is, we have created the page classes. So the next thing that we have to do is, we have to create our test classes. So we'll have it in a separate package. New package, test cases. So here what we do is, we'll create a test case for login. Login test. So once we put this one, click finish, and there you go, you have the login test. Right, so what we are going to do is, now we are going to create our test scenario. So in our test, we have to import certain statements. So we say import org.selenium, org.openQA-selenium. Okay, then we have to import org. Since we are using testng, we have to use testng. org dot testng. So we have to add the testng. So to add testng, you have to right click on your project, go to properties, go to Java build path, libraries, and add testng library. So you click on add library, add testng, and click on finish and apply. So once you apply, org.testng is there. So testng annotations, import org.testng.asset. Okay, once we have done this, now we have to create a method with the annotation test. So you know, to denote a test, you have to add the test annotation, and you have to say public void test is my method. So we can add this. So this is my test that I am going to write, right? So we have to use the page classes that we have created here. So we have to use the home page and the login page classes. So what we do is, we import the package, import page classes, so that we have import the page classes. So the next thing that we are going to do is, I'm going to create a WebDriver variable, WebDriver object, WebDriver driver. So then what I'm going to do is, inside the test case, I'm going to initialize the driver variable. Driver equals new Chrome driver, so that we have initialized the driver. So this will be your session that you're going to maintain all throughout the test case. So the next thing is that we have to create point to a Chrome driver. So you have to download the Chrome driver, the latest Chrome drive. You have to download Chrome driver, type Chrome driver download. So go and download the Chrome driver, Okay, the latest one from here. So 2.46 or Chrome drive 73, right? So I'll just download 2.46, which is much more stable. So you have to download the Win32 zip file. So get this downloaded into your machine. Once download, extract it and extract it to a common folder which is easily accessible, like in C drive, Chrome drive. So you have to extract it. So I have downloaded it, then I have to simply extract it like this. Extract all to my C drive. I'll create a C drive for this thing, C drive folder. So Chrome drive, so I will extract it. So in my C drive you can see the Chrome drive is there. So I have extracted. Now I have to point that Chrome drive exe in my script. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to point it. So to point it to the Chrome driver, you have to set system property to WebDriver Chrome.ChromeDriver.driver and give the path. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my test case. Okay, and it is not G drive, now it is C drive, and my folder is Chrome driver. So I'm going to copy this and paste it here. You can see C Chrome driver. So then double slash. Right. So then what we are going to do is we are going to script our test scenario. First of all, I have to navigate, so I will type driver.get and give the URL of my login page. So I have to go there. So what I'll do is I'll go back and I'll give the URL. So we keep like this. Okay, so we are done. So it goes to navigate to the site. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new object of my login page, this one. So it's basic Java. So login page, LG login page equals new login page. So I'm giving my driver instance. So I'm passing my driver to my page class. So I'm calling the constructor, and thereafter what I'm going to do is LG page dot. So I'm going to logging into it. So set username, set password. Set username is the username that we should have. So it's the one that I have already saved. So we'll take this one. So we are not using data driven capability, we are just hard coding. So we'll do it in the another video. After that we have to go and login page dot set password, and the password also we have to give. The password is the password. Okay, then after giving the username password, we should login page dot click login. So you have to click the login. So after that we are going into the home page. So then we'll create the object in home page. HM page equals new home page. So I am instantiating an object of my home page class, and I'm passing my driver. So we are calling the default, not the default constructor, the overridden constructor that we have created. So HM page dot. So I have to verify that my username and password, I have logged into home page, and I am getting the dashboard username into my test case. So I have to get that. So what I'm going to do is first I will say system dot out dot println hm page dot get username and password. Okay, so I'm getting it. So this is our scenario. So what we have to do now is let's run it and see. So before running the test case, I have to close the driver. So I will close the driver, the browser. So driver.close will help us to close the browsers. Right. So now let's run this and see. Okay. Oh, I got a failure. Oh, I have to put the driver instance. Okay, so this should be coming into before the initiating the Chrome driver. So I have to put this on top. So here we are, done. Now let's run it and see. Okay, so now we are running it. You can see it goes to the Good99 login page and typing in username and password. Okay, it's typing username and password, logging in, and you can see that it gives me no failures and it gives me the user ID. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put an asset over here. Okay, so let's put an asset dot should be asset equals we get asset equals actual value is the value that I'm getting here, and the real value that I'm getting here, so the expected one. Right, so I'll just close this off, delete it and save it and rerun this script. There you go. So now it's verified. Let's see what is going wrong. Yeah, it's a failure. Manage. Okay, so expected I had to keep like this. It's my bad. So because it returns the text like that. You can save it and rerun it and see. Goes to the login page and I will log in. There you go, logged in successfully and browser closes and our test case passed. So this is the first session that we have, and we did learn what is the automation framework, what are the components, and how to create the first page factory based, and the test case, how we can create promote reusability to page factory, and creating the test case from the reusable page classes. So hope you enjoy this video. I will come up with the data driven in the next video. Thank you guys. If you like this video, please put a like on the LinkedIn post. Thanks.